that one. Yahoo Sports. Read and react. Last and possibly least. Trending. Mike Tyson's going to fight a shark. It's 2020. This makes perfect sense. That sounds like clickbait. Mike Tyson's going to fight a shark. Why is Mike Tyson? I'm not going to click on that. I'm not. You won't make me. No blue. Michigan concedes there may not be a college football season. Jimmy Butler got Disney security called on him for dribbling. Okay. 2021 Rose Bowl parade canceled. Great. Everything is canceled. I wish the whole year had been canceled. Bubba Wallace gets wrecked out of All-Star qualifier race. Leaves parting gift for rival. Okay. You know, they normally would not have any headlines up here about Bubba Wallace, except that he's black. So he's been getting himself all kinds of publicity over his color. And that's not racist. The lead. Dak and Dallas deferred. I'm so tired of reading about this. By Jay Busby. Good morning, friends. Today it's either talk football or scream into the void. What's that? Football, you say? Good call. This particular football talk makes me want to scream into the void. Outside of an interception, the worst thing a quarterback can do is freeze up in the pocket, hold the ball too long, and the defense swarms over your offensive line. You're on your heels, and your only options are desperate ones. In dealing with Dak Prescott, the Dallas Cowboys held the ball too long, and now the franchise might end up paying a high price. A Wednesday deadline came and went without Dallas and Prescott agreeing on a long-term deal, meaning Prescott will play the 2020 season, don't say it, on a one-year franchise tag deal. Don't say what? That it's a one-year franchise tag deal? In broad strokes, as our Charles Robinson notes, Prescott's team wanted more money and guarantees while Dallas wanted more years of control. That proved too vast of a chasm to bridge by Wednesday, and now the two sides can't work out a long-term deal until 2021. And who knows where we'll all be by then, right? Several historical factors are working against a harmonious future marriage. First, only two other quarterbacks have played on a franchise tag deal, Drew Brees with then San Diego, and Kirk Cousins with Washington, twice. In both cases, the quarterbacks left for greener pastures and greener contracts. The tag was clever. The tag was only a stopgap before the inevitable. Okay. Closer to home in recent years, Dallas has made a point of locking up the players it wants to retain with long-term deals. Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott, Lyle Collins, DeMarcus Lawrence, Zach Martin, and Jalen Smith, I like Jalen Smith, have all signed extensions of 5 years or more over the last 2 years. Does the fact that Dallas hasn't extended a similar offer to Prescott mean it values him less? Not necessarily. No, it could also mean that Dak is being way more difficult than those others. But the fact that those deals exist at all severely restricts Jerry Jones's flexibility in throwing bags of money at Prescott while still fielding a team with more than about 7 players. Yeah, well, by the end of this year, he might not want to throw bags of money at Prescott. Because one thing Prescott has not been able to do is get good results. Get us into the playoffs. Yes, we've been in the playoffs, but not for more than 1 or 2 games. I don't trust him anymore. I trusted him after his rookie season, but then his second season was shit. His third season was a little bit better. His fourth season, I'm pretty sure that was the last season. Yeah, supposedly it was his best stats ever, and yet we had a below average record, I believe, and didn't get into the playoffs at all. So I don't understand why everybody is blaming the Cowboys for this not happening. He needs to be the one to prove himself, and he hasn't done it yet. And if he doesn't prove himself this year, I see no reason why we should try to throw bags of money at him. Thing is, Jones had better find a way. Oh, why? Prescott is the best quarterback in his division. And depending on how you slice the stats, one of the 10 best in the league. The Cowboys won big, snagging him in the 4th round back in 2016. But they can't count on finding another gem ready to plug into the starting lineup, especially with a team that's built to win right freaking now. Not only that, but the Patrick Mahomes mega deal and a likely extension coming for Deshaun Watson will jack up the quarterback market even higher. Yeah, for Super Bowl caliber quarterbacks. He is not a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. I liked Dak. I used to like him, but now all this exaggeration over how good he is makes me have to badmouth him. He's not as good as those guys. I don't... God. Much to consider for all sides and much to watch later this year as Prescott tries to play his way into a long-term deal. Again, like I asked before, what exactly is your definition of a long-term deal? Because Prescott didn't want any more than 3 or 4 years, and by the end of this year, he'll probably just want 2 years. Judging by the negotiations, he wasn't considering anything longer than that. And Dallas tries to figure out how to make that deal work with likely much less revenue coming in. Going to be a season to remember in Big D no matter what happens. Wetzel. Politicians and virus will determine course of NFL season. That's so wrong. The virus should not be determining anything. It's not that big a deal, at least not anymore, if it ever was, which I don't believe that it was. It certainly did not warrant the mega, humongous, ginormous, unprecedented overreaction that it got. Rohrbach. Who can win the 2019-20 NBA championship? A breakdown. Can't it be anybody? Young. Mahomes will show how serious NFL is about activism. Yeah. Sending a message. Sure, Myles Garrett punctuates the signing of his new $125 million extension with the Browns by writing a bold message and ripping off his shirt, and everybody loves it. But when I did the same thing while signing my mortgage application, they called the cops. Not fair. Ha ha. Okay. It doesn't even show him taking his shirt off. Cleveland, keep betting on me. World, keep betting against us. Hey, I don't care if you take your shirt off, just keep the helmet on. Follow Yahoo Sports on social. And that's it. Thank you, and good night.